Hello, everyone, and welcome to Zelda Speedruns 4. Today we have the Skyward Sword weekly race here. On tracking, we've got Cube David and Jade Minabu, and also Firework Spinner helping out. And Firework and I will be on commentary. Also, though, on main ZSR, we do have the Ricky of Kokiri-thon, which is helping raise money for our friend and restreamer Ricky, so please do go over there as well. We're going to raid there after this race. How are you, Firework?
I'm doing pretty good, thank you. We definitely have a very star-studded race today, to say the least.
Yeah, so we got 18 runners, which is the most we've ever had in a weekly, ever.
The most we've had on any Skyward Sword randomizer race ever.
Yeah. Yes.
So that is quite the feat. I want to say a large part of it is due to the settings that we are using this week. We are using Realmlet settings, more geared towards beginners. So 2 dungeons. A lot of the longer checks in the game have been cut out. And so with that, we actually have a lot of Wind Waker runners in this race today, which is very interesting.
Yeah, we've got a couple runners with some technical issues, so I'm just trying to check and see what's going on with them.
Oh yeah, it's definitely very nice race we got going on here. What you will be seeing on Restream is only a fraction of how many we have.
Yeah, so we have 18 racers. Today we have Space Rock, OFC 2000 Alex, Jaznix, and KitKat. Jaznix and KitKat are pretty experienced old hands. Space Rock and Alex have been playing for probably around a year. So all right. Our runners are all ready. The other thing too that did forget to mention that I will say is this is the first weekly race where we're using the break rules that we've been implementing. So there will be a break about an hour and a half in, and then every hour and a half after for 5 minutes. This is kind of to help just with fatigue, because Skyward Sword does take out a decent amount out of you, the motion controls.
Yeah, and especially depending on what our required dungeons are, they can be very, very long.
Yeah, so we're going to go in and we will get 5 hints very quickly. And get to see our dungeons.
I'm going to write down the hints.
So it's Eldin to Koloktos and
Eldin G1.
Yeah, so it is a double Eldin path. I see
Village Baron.
Yeah, Village. I saw
Underhead
Caves.
Baron. Beetle's a bug net. That's great.
Yeah. No, Fledge is a bug net.
Yeah, what'd I say?
Beetle. But yeah, so Skyview and Cistern are 2 of our faster dungeons.
Yeah, that's honestly very nice.
Yeah, so Nindy, we are not going to cycle runners in. It is very hard in randomizer races to do that. We do have one of our 4 required swords first thing. So in order to beat the seed, in addition to beating the 2 dungeons, our runners have to collect 4 swords to get the True Master Sword, 3 Triforce pieces, and the harp.
As well as all the items they need to beat their required dungeons.
Yes. So we're seeing KitKat do this clip into Zelda's room.
Not a play you see too often, but it's definitely a gamble, I would say.
Yeah, this is normally locked by claw shots. You're only able to do this because... So if you have not watched Skyward Sword race recently, we have what's called Phi Warp, which allows the runners to warp back to the start. Kit cannot get out of this room the intended way because the room is locked without claw shots.
Yeah, it looked like it didn't pay off, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But he did get it pretty quickly, so it's not that much of a time sink.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see how our runners do kind of a sky loop early on. We're probably going to see everyone check Lumpy Pumpkin.
I don't know. With Eldin double path, I would honestly be inclined. Ooh, we have another sword.
Wow.
Ooh, that's in a Thunderhead Baron seed, no less. Do we get White Sword this early?
Yeah. I was going to say, like, if Thunderhead were in Logic, all of these runners would be able to full clear it. I'd say most runners probably will. There is technically a Mitzlock chest, but it's pretty easy to do without. Yeah, I think the only thing that might keep them from, like, if there's a bottle here on Skyloft, we might see someone do a little more sky, but that Eldin double path.
Yeah, I would be prioritizing Eldin immediately.
So it's G1 and Galactos.
G1 is most likely a beetle. That's really the only thing
it could also be
can be.
It could also be Mitts or
Scale. Yeah. Galactus will either be Scale or Whip, or potentially Claw Shots for weird key logic.
Yeah. So we're gonna see Jaznix do reverse waterfall cave here. In fact, we'll probably see a lot of our runners, if not all of them, do this. This is a unintended thing where you can skydive and land on the path at the bottom. And with chest dousing, it just gets you out of the waterfall cave. Like, it's not a huge time save, but it's a little faster.
Yeah, especially in like swordless settings, it's a way to get in here without a sword.
Yes. A lot of rupees.
But no projectile, so no beetle yet.
Yeah. The one thing, though, you are seeing is the chest right at the beginning did ping. And so this is this does make reverse waterfall cave slower. But you're kind of just taking the risk when you do it.
And it's gratitude crystals. Let's go.
I think Jaznix might do a quick Patro check here.
I mean, quick Patro is not really a bad play. In Remlets, you only need 30 gratitude crystals to full clear Patro. And with 5 and 10 both being an item check, it could be worth doing an early dip.
Yeah, I do think these settings tend to make it a little less costly to go to Patro early. It's not, but no, Jaznix is, I think, changed his mind.
Right to Eldin.
Yeah.
Which
it's entirely possible he went to this one because it's closer to Eldin, but...
Oh, no, we're getting a Lumpy Pumpkin check.
Yeah, this is, I think, not a bad play.
No, not a bad play at all.
It's a check you can get early, but also when he lands on Lumpy Pumpkin, he's going to douse the 2 Spiral Charge rocks in the sky.
Looks like one is pinging and one is not.
Yeah, and this is something you want to do early because it just lets you know Spiral Charge is any use.
And looks like that's just junk on Chandelier, so Jazzix is not interested.
Yeah, our runners are also not really in need of money for when they get that projectile. I mean, the other thing that could be a path item here, honestly, is, if bombs are early in Eldin and they're just required to get something in top of Eldin,
Yeah, bombs or digging mets in Elden would be huge because that just opens up Elden even more.
Yeah, and even without this double path hint, I think we would have seen everyone go to Elden first thing. But this double path hint means that we're going to have 18 runners starting in Elden.
Yeah. I wonder, of our 18 runners, how many are doing Dickspot RBM?
I don't know.
Jastix, it looks like, is electing to not do Dickspot RBM, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Ooh, but that's a Caves key.
Yeah, that also very, if one of our required items for probably more likely Cistern than Skyview, but
Yeah.
if one of our required items is Insancy, that could also be the path.
Caves key is not. Honestly, I always don't like it whenever I get Caves key early in the seed like this. Oh, and there's Beetle. That may very well likely be our path fulfilled for
Yeah,
G1.
if that locks all of our other projectiles, like in Beetle Shop, you don't see Beetle as a path very often, but if it locks every other Beetle and every projectile, it very well.
And looks like Alex is going to be going for a Dickspot RBM.
Yeah.
Used to Alex. Jastic's doing a quick ping of Boko base. I don't think anything pinged.
I saw one ping, I think, but
So, obligatory explanation of what back in time is. We're going to be playing on the title screen, where flags and memory values can get kind of wonky, and we're going to be manipulating those flags to get an item from later on in Elden that we do not have access to at the moment. Logically.
yeah, and essentially what happens is
Jasnik's going for an advanced bomb strat here to get to deeper Elden early.
it's a kind of precise angle to do it, but
looks like he's got it.
Yeah. So I was gonna say what happens in an RBM is you.
Oh, and there's Whip. That's path.
That's our co-op
a Beetle. We got Hook Beetle now. Elden's stacked. No surprise, but
well, and that is a Beetle locked Beetle.
That is a Beetle like Beetle. You don't see those too often. And Alex's Dickspot RBM unfortunately yields no fruit, but does yield a small seed satchel,
which is very useful for the most important B-Wheel item in this game.
And we have our first bottle in. Very nice.
Yeah, that's probably not path, but I'm thinking that first Beetle is going to end up locking all of our other projectiles.
Potentially. And we got Spiral Charge early as well.
Yeah, I mean, I was about to say Jasnix is about out of checks here, but that is not true because with that Hook Beetle, he actually can.
Yeah, that Hook Beetle does put deeper Elden in logic already. So that precise bomb throw was unfortunately just a little bit of a time sink.
Well, it was fine, I think, for him to do.
Yeah, I mean, he still
skipped a little bit.
Yeah, it still skips a little bit, and he's still pretty far ahead on a restream.
Yeah. I mean, it's still pretty early in the seed, but
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing left to beat Cistern at this point is the Water Dragon scale. And depending on what's on that digging spot, potentially they have everything required to beat Skyview already too. So yeah, we're seeing Jasnix here. So this is a strategy where you use the Hook Beetle to grab a bomb and blow up this bombable wall. This is in logic.
I just realized he did not blow up that rock. I was completely misunderstood what Jasnix was doing. My bad.
Yeah, so this is something that can be logically required. Hook Beetle has a much more range than you would realize sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, as a result of this, we're just going to see Jasnix keep climbing. Which makes a lot of sense. I think with Beetle, this is in logic because you can use Beetle to stun the Bokos. There's kind of weird logic with climbing Elden Volcano because you've got to have something that can stun the Bokos throwing rocks.
Interesting. I did not even realize that.
Yeah, it's it's one of those things that like probably if we were going to enable tricks in races would be one trick we'd enable.
There's a lot of money to seed so far, it looks like.
Yeah, Jasnix has enough money to look at every beetle.
All of our runners do.
Yeah. If there's something on the third 100 item and the 300, maybe they can't buy it all. But
yeah,
I'm.
You know what else has a lot of money? The money we've raised for Riki of Kokiri for Riki of Kokiri-thon on ZSR main.
Yeah, we are raising a lot of money.
Last I checked, they were over $6,000 raised.
I saw 7,000 last I checked.
You saw 7,000? Wow.
Yeah.
All of it going to one of the community members to help with medical treatment.
Yeah, he is fighting cancer right now.
I had to take the moment to shameless plug Riki of Kokiri-thon.
No, I appreciate that. I'm sure Trez appreciates that. So now we might see a little divergence here because I suspect we're going to see Jasnix go to Farron, but he's going to get the Spiral Charge Rock. But with Hook Beetle, Lanayru is in logic and you can clear a lot of it. I think, though, everyone's going to go to Farron and probably we're going to see a very early Skyview. Oh, and Jasnix just went off his Loftwing a little too early there. So
and we're getting a nice little rock clip.
Yeah, so the collision of the okay, well, yeah, Jasnix is going to Farron now with that Water Dragon scale.
Oh, that was Water Dragon scale. Oh, that's huge.
Yeah. Wait, he's going to Lanayru. Oh, he's going to do Paranoriel.
Okay. That's
yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, so so that Water Dragon scale was in Magma Turf, not Elden. So that's not our path. So it's definitely the Whip and the Beetles that were our path items.
Now we could full clear our Ancient Cistern, which is the most check dense dungeon that we have with Rupee Sanity on.
Yes. And full clear Lake Floria, which is also fairly check dense.
Yeah, this seed has really opened up a lot here lately. Elden was just stacked.
Yeah, I don't want to say Jet Seed.
Well, you just did, so you just.
I know. You're right. Yeah, so Jasnix is probably going to use this. He's going to check Beetle, check Paranoriel, Crystals, the 2 Para checks. And he's probably not coming back to Skyloft for a while after this.
Yeah, which is understandable. I wonder if we get some more Gratitude Crystals here, if he'll check Betrow before leaving.
It's possible, but I think in these settings, a lot of runners prefer to check Betrow with 30.
Yeah. Chasing the bell with Beetle is always
really chasing it from behind with the Beetle is not super efficient because the Beetle is faster than Beetle's shop, but it's not much faster.
Oh, we
And
got
there's
digging mitts on 300.
Yeah, so those
Uh,
those beetles are looking more and more like path, because this now means that Skyview is also full clearable with
yeah,
those
so
digging
if
mitts.
there's nothing on the third 100, then our runners can buy everything.
Yeah.
Because the
I
heart
think
piece
unless it's
is
like claw shots, though, we're going to see them all buy the mitts.
yeah. Kika already bought the mitts. He's kind of gambling here. And it's a heart piece, so like
Yeah.
it's dead. Very good beetle.
Yeah, and we don't know for sure, but it does look like those digging mitts were locked behind that beetle in Eldon. So,
Yeah, so we could already full clear both of our dungeons at this point.
yeah, and it is 17 minutes into the seed.
I mean, to be fair, with a Skyview Ancient Cistern seed, it can get like that pretty quickly.
That is true. Skyview, Earth Temple, and Ancient Cistern are our fast dungeons. Linear Mining Facility, Sandship, and Fire Sanctuary are slow dungeons. So,
Also known as Fungeons. And there's a heart
yeah.
for Jasnix
So
in Shed Chest.
Yeah, so we are now missing 2 swords and 3 Triforce pieces.
I think at this point, minus Claw Shot or Bellows, Farron is full clearable at this point. And bombs.
Yeah, I think you need Bellows or Claw Shots.
Yeah, you
to
need
climb the
Bellows or
tree.
Claws for Great Tree, and then bombs for the 2 bomb luck checks. But other than that, Farron is full clearable right now.
Yep, and I think that's why we're going to see everyone go to Farron, because also...
And Kit Kat's about to get his Water Dragon scale.
Yeah, because if you can clear both of your required dungeons and full clear most of the checks as well, it makes a lot of sense to just go do it.
Yeah.
I did not see if Gorko or Zelda's Blessing were hinted, but with these dungeons, they had to have been.
Zelda's Blessing and Gorko were both junk. Zelda has a bottle.
Yeah, so Jasnix is also going to full clear Sealed Grounds here.
So it's the real play is to get all 4 bottles in Logic and then get Zelda's bottle for bottle percent. That's what I would do.
So Sealed Grounds was
Fair.
dead but not hinted. Although that makes sense.
Actually, Gorko might have had a Gratitude Crystal pack. That might be a Baron blocker.
Okay. Well, we had another 4 location Baron, so...
Oh yeah, and also bottle can't be Baron, so...
Was there a bottle there?
Zelda's Blessing is bottle.
Oh yeah, so that's why it's not Baron. It's funny, there's almost no scenario in which that bottle could actually...
I don't know why, I've been seeing a lot of bottle on Zelda's Blessing lately in seeds.
Yeah, it's
Base Rock is just immediately checking Colin's letter, which Jasnix did not do yet. He just went straight to Farron.
Yeah, Jasnix, I will say this affectionately, his strategy is see high number, follow it.
Yeah, which it's never really a bad decision.
Yeah.
And that reward Space Mark with more Gratitude Crystals.
Yeah, the Collins letter check is a little slow.
Oh, and Kit Kat's going back to Eldon to full clear.
I don't hate this, honestly.
I don't hate that at all, because there's 7 checks that are still locked behind digging mitts in Eldon and Magma Turf.
Plus, yeah, because there's 1 ping in Magma Turf.
Yeah.
And
you
then
get
the
the
only
5
reason,
dig spots, and then yeah.
Yeah, and the only reason he might have to come back is to check the waterfall in
It looks like Erla's chest is not pinging.
Yeah. Yeah, Jasnix, not surprisingly, is just gonna go Skyview first.
Yeah, Skyview is a very fast full clear. Where are our keys gonna be? That's what I'm wondering. Are we gonna get a key on Dickspot and see a bit warp here?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, will Jaznix do the bit warp if he can get the key? I guess he might. Because he's got Mitt, so he doesn't, and Water Dragon Scale.
I mean, if both chests don't ping, then the bit warp might be worth it.
That's true. Yeah. You're right about that. But if one of them has a key, then
Probably not, but
yeah. We're gonna see Jaznix do Cube Warp here.
very nice first try.
Yeah. This is the only Goddess Cube you will ever see.
I was literally just about to say that. That's the only Goddess Cube where that works.
Yeah. It's also the only one you're gonna see anyone do in these settings.
True.
Does the beetle get? I guess it does get this far.
Yep, that is an in logic trick to get to the temple like that.
Yeah. Yeah. It is the largest race we have ever had for Skyward Sword.
And that is unfortunate, but good on you for being a good student and taking your exams.
Yes. It is finals period for anyone in college, so good luck on your exams, anyone who is in the midst of them.
And be thankful that you don't have exams for anyone who isn't.
Exactly. I haven't had an exam in 9 years, and I'm very happy about that. We're going to see our first Betro check here from Space Rock. He's got 10 crystals, so he can get 2 of the 4 checks. CJ, you have
we got
exams at work?
Triforce on for KitKat. That's our first Triforce.
Yeah, so
in mid-select Eldon.
Yep.
So our runners will have to come back for that, but for now, it's not bad. Did KitKat climb up? KitKat did not climb up to did not climb up to Earth Temple. He's not going to be able to get this from this side.
Is there not a hook beetle trick you can do?
You need bombs. And he realizes that. He's nodding his head. He's realizing that.
Yeah, and I guess hook beetle, you can't grab one of those bombs and turn it around because it's got a pretty wide turn radius inside the shack. So
very, very nice reaction from KitKat.
He's laughing.
Yeah.
I actually missed. Did Petro have anything?
Shoot, I did. I missed it too.
I was watching Kit. And
I had nothing. Okay, thank you, Cube.
Okay.
Well, looks like there's nothing useful in front half of Skyview.
Yeah, there's a key in one of the chests.
I think there was a key on Digspot.
No, it was a wallet.
Or was it a chest? It was a wallet. Okay. Yeah, for that trick to go backwards, you need bombs, hard required to do the other end. But you can either there's another Triforce on Jathnic's end.
Yeah, we are down now to 3 required items that we do not know locations of. And nobody's been to Lanayru yet.
And there's our boss key.
Okay, I'm gonna try something.
Yeah, our second
If
small.
the streams are stuttering, just bear with me. I'm gonna change one of.
Ooh, Jasnick's going the
I'm
other way
gonna
to get
change
that
something
beetle
and
check.
see if this causes an issue. I will also, for all of you, I'm just gonna refresh all the streams. So just bear with me for a second. That may help all of you, but streams will disappear for a hot second.
It looks like Alex is going to do Floria first before going to Skyview.
Yeah, I don't hate this.
No, not at all.
It's,
I would probably do the same thing if I was in this scenario.
yeah, I would have done Floria first as well because it's just so check dense.
All right, so it looks like Twitch might be having a little issue.
No,
but,
it's I know what the issue is. I'm just
okay.
I don't want to make too many changes before.
Fair.
I know what I can do to switch things, but it also could be just that we have a lot of people.
Yeah.
Oh, we do have a lot of streams on ZSR today, so
Yeah, today is definitely
All right.
a big day for CSR, especially on CSR main where we have Ricky of Kokiri-thon.
True. Okay.
Alrighty.
We may have had a
And
minor stutter, but
there's another empty bottle.
yeah. Jaznick's, so I assume Three Eyes chest did not ping.
Your guys just did not ping now.
Yeah, so this is very quick sky view. It's already the fastest temple, but fastest dungeon, but on top of that, the slowest check was dead, so Jaznick's just zooming in and out. I assume like
Oh, we got
Boston
claw
also.
shots for Alex. And another beetle. Oh my god. That's two beetle locked beetles, I think.
Yeah.
Wait, no, slingshot was in Elden, but that was a beetle locked slingshot, I think. So claws were in Floria. Alex just picked up his claws. And it's the first runner on Restream to do so. That opens up most of Laneru at this point. Alex electing to Fire Warp out rather than Death Warping to go to Ancient Cistern. Is he
Sorry,
going?
bear with us. I am refreshing the streams and trying to get them back up. Oh, Alex did not go to Cistern.
Yeah, no, he Fire Warped out. So I wonder. Oh, he's gonna go check Zelda's closet now.
Yeah. Claw shots do open a couple things here. All right, I think we are back now. Sorry about that. If things are stuttering, though, this is probably the best I'm going to be able to do. But please let me know if like one of the streams needs refreshing.
All right, and all right. So long as we can see the streams, we're good.
Yeah, I'm apologize for that. I've tried switching some of the proxies, and for whatever reason, it's just not quite working. Again, we've got a lot of races going on at once. So.
Yeah. So it looks like Kikat's gonna be possibly going to Skyview, maybe? I don't know. Looks like Jazix is now probably going to be going to Floria. The nice little fence hop.
Yeah, he's definitely going to Floria.
Yeah. That little fence hop lets us get into Floria from the back way, which is right next to Ancient Cistern, so it's really good. And we can go through Lake Floria backwards.
Yeah, and it's not like a massive time save if you go through the intended way, but it is slightly faster to go through backwards.
And Kikat's also going to Floria first.
Oh, and Jasnix, when he sees these claw shots, is probably going to slightly regret not doing it first, because claw shots do make Cistern faster. There are a number of areas where you can just go a lot faster.
Okay, looks like we got the waterfall chest pinging.
It's like both hands are one's crystals, so maybe not junk. Right hand was junk, though.
Kikat also going right into Ancient Cistern.
Yeah, so we are seeing a triple Ancient Cistern play.
Kikat and Alex almost in sync going into Ancient Cistern.
Yeah, and I think what we'll see is, I mean, KitKat is a very fast player, but there'll be a couple chests potentially where Alex having the claw shots is just going to get him around faster.
Yeah, it's quite interesting.
There's our boss key.
In a very common place. There's a small key.
There's a small key, so Jasnix is going to get it because that might be required. It's hard to know this early if you need all of the keys.
Yeah, it's very funny. Our two runners on the bottom of the restream are both 80% runners. The two runners on top got their start with speedrunning Skyward Sword with randos. So interesting assortment of players.
Yeah. This is not a dungeon that's done in any percent. So any percent experience in Skyward Sword, you don't play a lot of the game. I think that's fair to say.
I think that's a little bit of an understatement, but yes.
I mean, you beat 2 dungeons, so
yeah.
All right, so we have 3 keys now.
I mean, shouts to old 80% where you actually did do Ancient Cistern.
Yeah. Yal is, of course, plugging all dungeons because he is running that right now.
No, he's actually plugging 100%. Yeah,
I kind of assume that you basically just do 2 cistern clips in cistern in all dungeons, or 1 cistern clip and then death warp or something.
Yeah, I think you would do like a cistern clip, then death warp back to the top, and then you can go in through the door and just. Actually, I don't know.
Oh, okay. I did not know cistern clip does not work on Japanese. There's our bow. So that is, I think also a beetle locked projectile.
I think so. Yeah, because I don't think we've had anything that wasn't beetle locked.
Water dragon scale was.
Water dragon scale was in.
Oh, it was not. It was not beetle locked. So.
Okay, so. Not all of our projectiles are beetle locked.
Yeah.
Wait, wasn't that one also whip locked? Yeah, that chest is also whip locked.
Oh, okay.
So that is beetle locked.
Yeah, you're right. I'm trying to like read backwards now and figure out. It's definitely the whip and the first beetle were our 2 path items. So I don't know if either of these chests, neither of those chests pinged for Alex, but we're going to see claw shots allow you to traverse this dungeon a lot faster.
Are we gonna see a potential peek at the Ruby Sandy check? A vine clip? Looks like we're setting up a vine clip. This is a very newish strat with the remnant settings because we added a new check into the rando, and this lets us peek it without the need of using both of our small keys.
Yeah, so
and we can also grab it as well with the beetle. So
yeah, and Alex is the only one who can do this because you need claw shots.
Yeah, that is
get
true.
Out of bounds.
And there's one huge advantage of having claw shots in this dungeon.
Yeah. And we see he gets out of bounds, and now he's going to check. We're going to see Jaznix do this check vanilla at the same time. So you can kind of look at the two of them.
And it's mitts.
That could be very important. And again, like claw shots, absolutely saving Alex some time here. He does have to kind of take the death warp. I don't think he does, actually. I think he maybe just messed that up. But with that, the only question now is which of the basement chests pinged. I couldn't tell if it was the one locked behind the Stalfos or the boss key.
True.
Jaznix is probably going to cistern clip either way.
Yep.
Do not do what Jaznix is doing, which is not saving before this. I am, for anyone who's watching, I cannot recommend strongly enough. You should always save because you can.
Yep.
I mean, you can't soft lock now with Phi Warp.
No, you can still soft lock.
Oh, because you get stuck in an infinite.
You get stuck in a void warp, in a void loop.
Right.
I mean, maybe you could like frame perfectly call Phi. I'm not sure if that would work. You can?
Yeah. Anyway, if you're doing cistern clip, take the 10 seconds and save before it. Because even if it's not a soft lock, you will lose a lot of time getting stuck.
It looks like we have Alex also doing and it's Bellows. Okay. That is all but useless. It locks I think 2 checks in the sea because Malara's dead.
Yeah, it could lock the bird's nest.
It locks bird's nest and one of the checks in Magma. No, not Magma, Boca Base.
Yeah. Not very useful if you don't have LMF or.
And Skipper's Retreat, I think, was Gratitude Crystals.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was, but.
Oh yeah, Gorge Dig Spot.
Gorge Dig Spot. Gorge was not hinted dead, but could be barren.
Alrighty, and
and Alex is dowsing just to check and sees, yes, it is the boss key chest. The most important thing you want to do to not soft lock off of this is do not drop off the rope here.
Yeah.
Don't accidentally press A to try and stop it. I made that mistake the first time I tried to do this and soft locked.
Oof.
But I had saved, so.
And Space Rock's now just finishing Skyview.
Yeah. He'll be the second one to finish Skyview. Since Alex and Kit have not been to it yet.
Yeah, so between all of our runners, like, we pretty much have already like full cleared both of our dungeons, so now we're just on a hunt for our swords and Triforces.
Yeah, and Jaznix is just, I mean, he is moving through the seed. he's going to be able to clear, not full clear Farron, but clear everything that's not hinted or dazzable. So he will climb up to the top of the great tree. Once he gets his claw shots, he will full clear Floria. Probably go back to Eldon before then going back to
This also means that our bombs are very likely in Lanayru.
Yeah, unless they're in Boko base. I would not be surprised if we see bombs though on like the first check in desert in mines.
Yeah, because mines was also not hinted Baron.
Right. And I mean first check in mines being something really useful is pretty common in these settings. Because it is a sphere 0 check, but you basically can't do anything else in mines. Did Jaznix get a 1 cycle there?
He did not.
Okay. Yeah, usually when they have bombs, you'll see the runners do a strategy here where you drop 2 bombs and they go off, and both bombs will do enough damage.
Yeah, if he's still holding his hand axes, then it's still phase 1.
Yeah. Phase 2, we're just going to see Jaznix use the bow to basically one shot. But I mean, phase 1, a 2 cycle is not like a huge time loss here. Jaznix is probably disappointed in himself, but Jaznix is also very good at this game.
Any early predictions as to where we're going to find a sword and or Triforce?
I mean, Sansi.
Yes.
Pirate Stronghold. Like,
I'm always a fan of Sansi, of watching Sansi, not playing it.
Oh, yeah. Nobody likes going to Sansi. Yeah, we're seeing Space Rock is doing forward Floria. I think as Yao said, like, if you don't necessarily have everything to full clear Cistern quickly, this can be pretty fast.
We have 3 Collectoses on Restream right now. That's amazing. And 1 is dead.
Yeah, and the bow in Skyward Sword is the most overpowered weapon. It will one-shot almost everything.
I would love to see, in my ideal evil seed, I would love to see bomb bag somewhere deep in not caves, deep in Sansi, and something me at the back of Fire Node.
That is somewhat evil on these settings. Like, on these settings in particular.
I mean, we've had some evil Remlet seeds. I watched a race the other day where it was truly evil. They had claw shots on top of Great Tree, leading to bombs in Sansi, leading to something else.
Even with the faster settings, you can get some evil things because
Rando.
Yeah, that's just what Randomizer is. It does some evil things. There's also the first logical key in LMF is on the boss key chest, and then you have to go to the other side of LMF that's key locked. There's a seed like that recently. So I think we're going to see Alex and Kit go to Skyview and basically full clear Farron after this. The question for me with Jaznix is does he go Lanayru or back to Eldon first? Or actually, does he go back and clear the Great Tree, which has 3 checks, just so he never has to come back here?
I mean, just from how Jaznix has been playing, I wouldn't be surprised if he went to Lanayru. Just following that check density.
Yeah, I think that's probably true.
Especially after getting claw shots, which he will be doing here very shortly.
Yeah, because Lanayru, while you do have to go into some areas, there's only one check in all of Lanayru Desert out of like 17 or 16 that is not a chest. And so you can get a lot of information quickly, even though without bombs, there's a lot you can't do.
Yep, and there's the claw shots for Jasnix.
Yeah, I think with these, he's probably going to go and just clear the Great Tree. Like he might Death Warp here.
It looks like he's gonna Phi Warp.
Yeah, he may have prematurely called Phi. Because he did not check what's under that rock. We know it's dead.
If you take a certain angle, you can peek it. I'm not sure if he was able to peek it or not.
Okay, it's Jasnik, so I'm gonna guess he could. Again, on the theory that Jasnix is very experienced with this game.
Yeah. He is in contention for a world record in any percent.
Hasn't he taken like a minute off his any percent time in the past 3 days?
Yeah, he's been doing very good in any percent.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we have Kit Kat, who was third place in the Wind Waker. He got to losers bracket finals in the Wind Waker randomizer season that just finished.
Maybe, yeah.
And I think was runner up at this SGL Wind Waker. So Kit, in addition to being very good at this game, Jasnix too. They both also play Wind Waker randomizer.
Yeah. Also, so does Alex.
Yes. So does Space Rock. Actually, he was in the Challenge Cup.
Oh, shout outs to all the Wind Waker runners. Like we've been having a lot of overlapping between the Wind Waker and Skyward Sword community lately, and it's been a very fun time.
Yeah. Yeah. Our tracker, Cube David, also Wind Waker person.
And vice versa. We've had a lot of Skyward Sword runners, like myself and J-Dude, and I think at least a couple others who have been learning some Wind Waker rando.
Has been playing some.
I think she's been teaching Momo more than playing.
Yeah. I have been. Well, I started a seed and screwed up my tracker and did not finish my one Wind Waker seed. But yeah,
I've entered a buddyship with Pix. He's been teaching me Wind Waker stuff, and I've been teaching him Skyward Sword stuff. It's been fun.
Yeah.
All right, back to the race. Looks like Jasix is going to check Bird's Nest, which.
Just probably the last thing up here on Skyloft that we haven't seen.
And Betro. He could also full clear Betro.
Oh, yeah. He's 100% going to do that. I bet the Baron blocker on Betro is...
and there's another beetle. There's our last beetle. And he's just
skipping beetle
not
percent.
wanting it.
I mean, the thing is, like, there is a logical way where that could be required.
I think that is a beetle-locked beetle as well. Because its Gust Bell is locked.
Yes. Bellows were
in basement of Ancient Cistern. So I think it requires whip.
It was in the boss key chest, right?
Yep.
That requires Hook Beetle.
That requires Hook Beetle?
Okay. Yeah. You're never going to see anyone... Well, I'm not going to say never. You will rarely see racers do the vanilla basement, but it does require a Hook Beetle.
I can't remember the last time I've saw a vanilla basement. And Metro's looking like a lot of junk.
There's going to be a bottle or gratitude crystals.
If it's gratitude crystals, I'm going to laugh.
Hey, it could be bomb bag. You never know.
And Kickout's checking top of Great Tree. It's a bottle.
That is a certified Patron moment.
I think that's 3 or 4 empty bottles we found so far.
Almost at bottle percent.
Almost.
All right. So none of those chests in or at the top of Great Tree have anything. Yeah. So Jasnix is I think is probably going to go to Lineru here.
It would not surprise me.
This seed has the makings of a jet seed. Even
Yeah,
with
I
having
mean,
the full clear, like
we're not even an hour in, and we've already cleared both of our required dungeons. Oh, he's going to Elden.
I mean, this makes sense.
Yeah.
He can get 5 checks pretty quickly, plus
Yeah.
Magma Turf, plus
Boko base.
Boko base as well.
Yeah, I support display.
It's yeah, I mean, Elden Volcano Summit could have something, but it's not the fairies.
I mean, realistically, at this point, there is no wrong move to make.
Yeah,
you have
it's really
two loaded regions.
It's really just how do you full clear the seat faster?
Yeah.
And trying to get those bombs makes a lot of sense. Like trying to get bombs before you go to Lineru.
Yeah. But yeah. And now our runners that went to H's Cistern first are now going to Skyview, and Space Rock is already making his way through H's Cistern. So
yeah, I think by the hour mark, we're gonna probably have seen everyone full cleared both of their required dungeons. Because Skyview is very fast and Space Rock is almost done. Sorry, I'm
you're all good. You're wearing multiple hats today.
Yeah, no, I'm just the streams are refreshing on my side.
Alrighty.
My side issue, but I think that just they had to resynchronize. So I can't see what's going on for a second.
I mean, you're not missing much. Jazzic's going to Elden.
We've seen all of this from someone.
Yeah. But I will say there was a really nice variety in routing the seed. With a very wide open seed like this, it does make for some interesting routing.
Yeah, I mean we're gonna see everyone converge.
We can see Kit using the claw shots to the full advantage in Skyview here.
Yep.
It does make Skyview a little bit faster. I have an already fast dungeon. Yeah, I will say there was talk in the race room about getting fungeons, but
I think all of our runners will be happy with these two.
Yeah, the seed rolling was very nice, and Jessix now has his second piece of Triforce. So we're still missing 2 swords and 1 Triforce. What are the odds that like everything's just in mines and then we just go mode after mines? That would be something. Okay, we have Trez here. Everything's okay.
I did not want to summon Trez just because he's been working on the marathon.
Yeah, how's the marathon going, by the way, Trez? How's that going?
What's the latest? I will pull this up and tell you. It is at $10,500.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Damn. That is wow.
No. Nindy is pointing out that Jaznix had doused this and knew it was dead.
Yeah, once again, shoutouts to Ricky Kirathon happening on Zelda Speedruns, the main channel.
Yeah, we're a little before 1 hour, but I will do our happy almost 1 hour and say thank you to our wonderful trackers, Cube David and Jade Minabu, and also Firework, who I think is helping track as well.
No, the trackers have actually been really on the ball.
They're both double tracking,
Yeah.
which is very difficult as I have done it before. So really shout out to Cubed and Jade. So now we're seeing something new from Jaznix.
Yeah, we're doing Boko base.
Yeah, and with the items he has, without bombs.
You can still get 2 checks.
Yeah, looks like there's nothing here at the bottom.
Yeah, so you would not... Actually, wait, there is from what I heard, there is a very precise hook beetle strat you can do to get there without...
Yeah. I mean, we might also see Jaznix...
probably what Jaznix is going to do.
Go around this way and maybe do... just use the whip to get around to that side. Yeah, I think with whip, actually, you can full clear. I think you need either bombs or whip. Because you can use the P-hat. I just always forget about it, because most of the time people use...
But to get up to the vent, don't you need bombs still?
No, because... Well, yes, but I don't think you need Hook Beetle to get the bombs over.
Okay.
Like, I think there's bombs placed in a way that you can just carry it over. Or you can Hook Beetle. But I'm forgetting. Jaznix is doing P-hat skip. You're going to see him run up a wall here.
And very nice execution there.
Yeah, and you can just run with these bombs over.
All right.
I guess he might have to whip strat for the second bomb proc.
Oh, okay.
But I think you could Hook Beetle that too.
All right. I did not know that. I always learn something new whenever I commentate an SSR race.
Yeah, I don't know Boko base logic super well, to be totally honest.
That's fair. Boko base is kind of stupid sometimes.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Nindy is right that whip or Hook Beetle or even just vanilla you can kind of run over with.
But I mean, like, I guess in its defense, Boko base and vanilla, you usually have like no items whatsoever, and you just get them back piece by piece.
Yeah. But then, like, there's weird logic about what items...
And there's one of our swords.
In Boko base?
Yep. In the chest near the Earth Temple.
So we're just looking for one sword and one Triforce. Interestingly, Jaznix his personal tracker only has one of the Triforces. We can see that. But we know he's got 2.
Yeah, classic Wind Waker runner not knowing to have a Triforce piece.
I mean, it's not like they did storage and missed it.
True.
I've watched enough Wind Waker the past couple months that I know the lingo. I know enough Wind Waker randomizer to be dangerous.
And there's our scatter shot. Let's go.
We know we're not getting both bug nets because wasn't one of them on Fledge?
Yes.
That's the only missing B-Will item besides bombs, which I'm betting bombs are in Sansi, somewhere really horrible.
Yeah.
Unless this is the rare bomb bag on Secret Passageway.
Oh, if it is, I hope Jazzix remember what a tough beetle is. Although, actually, it is possible to just hook beetle, but it's a little tight.
Yeah, Jaznix, though, probably knows how to do the trick.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Nindy says skydive chest. Yeah. And we had a race a few weeks ago where bombs were locked behind something on the secret passageway chest. So like Jaznix does not need the tough beetle, but this is just a like tough beetle can be required for one check in the game. And when that check is required, it can be very, very rough.
All right, so I do have one ping at mine. So I don't know if it's the end chest or the one behind the statue, but it's one of the farther out ones for sure. Okay, it's the statue.
Yeah, I mean, Jaznix is going to have to do the hook beetle strat. If you know this is a chest, so the way Jaznix is doing this is the faster way to do it. You can hook beetle from near the statue all the way back around, but hook beetle moves pretty slow.
Yeah.
You just kind of want to get behind this bomb so that the hook beetle doesn't drive it right into the ground.
And Kickout looks like is dipping Betro, and he is going to be disappointed.
I bet he laughs at the bottle.
He probably will.
KitKat has a face cam on his stream, so I think we'll get a good reaction from him.
Also, if anybody ever does like restream stuff, if you want to have a face cam turned on, even if you can't have audio, the comms appreciate it.
It
adds a little bit more humor.
Yeah. I don't use Facecam because of privacy stuff, but
yeah, if that's your style, feel free to go for it.
Yeah. So, KitKat did not laugh. He was.
we got a groan. Looks like.
Yeah, I think we got a 4-letter word as well.
Thanks, Cat. Alrighty. So I feel like we're gonna see our runners slowly start to converge on Lanayru at this point.
Yes, 100%. Like Space Rock is gonna finish out Farron here. We're gonna see Kit and Alex probably clear out Sky stuff, but Jaznix was our first runner into Lanayru at all.
Oh, looks like KitKat's going back to Boca Base, which we know there's a sword there, so it's definitely something to do.
Yeah, and you can full clear it, so makes sense.
And the rare use of the hook beetle to get the hook beetle.
Yes, the
hook beetle check anyway.
Beetle check.
Yeah.
This hook beetle strategy is a pain.
It is.
Because you can think you're dropping the bomb at the right place, and it will hit a wall.
Yeah, because you gotta like
though you see
let it go early.
Yeah.
I like that Alex is also checking Petro. Nice bug medal.
I feel like that's our second bug medal we've seen.
I think the first one was I don't think there are 2 bug medals, are there? I think it might have been like a rupee medal.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. You're probably right.
Yeah, because bug medal serves like a very niche purpose. I don't understand why the devs would put 2 in there.
Yeah, that's a good point. I guess it's only the heart medals that there's multiple of.
Yeah. I actually think there's multiple rupee medals, I think, too. I think there's 2.
Yeah. Jaznix. So, if you have not watched a lot of races on these settings, there are 13 crystal packs in the game. You only need 6 of them And so there are 7 crystal packs that will ping and just kind of be junk.
Yeah.
Just something you kind of have to get used to with the settings. When we play with 50, it's not as much of a problem, but we're maxed out at 30. Jasnik's not even checking Fire Node or Lightning Node, which is interesting.
Yeah.
I would have figured he might at least want to go in and douse them.
I would have at least done Fire Node, because Fire Node you could still get 1 check, even without bombs.
I mean, yeah. What if that shortcut chest has your bomb bag?
Oh, that would be evil.
That would actually be kind of evil.
That would be very evil.
Like, I'm gonna say this seed has been pretty nice overall.
Yeah, we're due for some bad karma here. Like, we need some bad to balance out. Where did we get Cave's key from? Oh wait, no, Cave's key is in Elden. That's right.
Yeah.
And there's Bugnet. We got Bugnet.
Yeah, he also Jasnik's forgot that Caves is hinted dead.
Well, I mean, even if Caves is hinted dead, you still have to get that check to get the Gorge.
That is true. But like he pinged the chest.
Ah, fair.
And you know, Jasnik is a lover of the Bugnet, so
Yep. And I didn't see what was on the pillar. I'm assuming it's junk because Jasnik did not grab it. So
yeah. So we saw KitKat not doing the P-hat skip, using the whip instead to get the P-hat and then claw shot onto it, which is the kind of vanilla intended strategy. But using the whip, so you can grab a bomb and kind of extend its range a little bit with a whip if you grab it the way that KitKat did. That is not in logic, though. That is a trick that will never be logically required in a seed. Yeah, I think Jasnix is going to be done with this seed around an hour and a half.
Yeah, which is a good time for these settings.
Yeah, it's a fast time for sure.
Yeah.
But Jasnik's also, again, very...
And we're seeing a Sandsea dip, which I would honestly would probably do the same.
There's not really much else for him to get.
Yeah.
Like, he can check everything here. Right? I don't think anything is locked behind bombs in...
No.
Yeah. I had to think through it, but I don't think anything is, so...
Yeah, you can get Skipper's Retreat without a Hook Beetle or Whip. I think the whip is not in logic, though.
Yeah. There's been closed captioning for a while, Yal. There are, like, channel things where you can enable it. Extensions. So I've seen it on some friends' streams recently.
Oh boy, I can only imagine what auto-generated closed captioning would be like for one of these streams.
Yeah.
Things that don't make sense. Like,
I mean, I will say the AI, the voice recognition AI, has gotten very, very good at generating closed captions or like transcripts. There are a lot of people trying to replace stenographers with AI.
Alright, let's get our pings of Skippers. It looks like
Skipper, it is.
I'm not sure if he
like
went high enough to ping everything.
But... I mean, you will get a ping anywhere if there's something. I think that means it's dead, which Skipper's Retreat is one of, I would say, one of the runner's least favorite areas in the game.
Yeah, it's very long and slow.
And there's not really any way to skip it.
And P-hat cycles are also very bad.
Yeah.
Speaking of bow, there's a bow.
Yeah. A totally unrequired bow.
Another beetle lock projectile. Quick beetle lock in this case.
All right. So, well, that bow is potentially our bearing blocker.
Potentially. Oh no, that's
Okay. Well.
Okay, we're a sword from Gumbo.
Yeah. I wonder if this is going to be a rare bomb bag not required seed.
That would be something.
I mean, we can see Jasnix's tracker. So there's 2 pings here in Pirate Stronghold. But he is down to 4 accessible locations because everything is either locked behind bombs or fire shield earrings.
Oh wait, no, someone wasn't hitting Baron for once.
Yes. So we know something is in that water. Well, I don't remember if fairies.
Fairies was hinted. I think it's Scratchy Crystals though. Probably.
So that's our Baron blocker. Okay, hear me out. We get fire shield earrings here.
And bomb bag.
Bomb bag is on the waterfall. Or back of fire node. It'd be like a little bit of evil right at the end of the seed.
Yeah.
Just a little spice. I mean, otherwise, Jasnix can be done in like 10
minutes. I'd still rather see fire node shortcut.
That will be funny. I mean, that is going to be Jasnix's last location he checks.
Yeah, most likely.
Look, Cubed, we like a little spice in our seeds. Like, this has been a very tame seed so far.
It really has been.
Honestly, a nice first race for a number of our runners for whom this is their first one.
Yeah, I was about to say. Very nice for some of our runners.
And the thing about Deku Babas is if you try and run right at them, they'll hit you. If you pause for like half a second before you go at them, they will not bite you. There's something weird with the cycles on them.
Unfortunately, we have had one DNF, Tanjo DNF'd.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Tanjo, who plays like every randomizer in the world.
Yeah. And there's our fire shield earrings. Oh no. Oh no.
So,
oh no.
Fire warping here, I think, makes sense no matter what.
Yeah.
Exiting, it's very slow to exit.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna go back to desert still, but because fire shield earrings only get him one check he doesn't know about, and it's kind of a slow one. But also, there's not really much in desert that he can get. Like his 5 accessible locations are.
The way he rolled, it looks like he's going to Farron.
He did not check the top of Great Tree.
That is true.
So he's going to check those 3 first. So his 5 checks are the Great Tree chest, the 2 rupee checks on top of the Great Tree, the waterfall chest in Volcano Summit, and Fire Node Shortcut. So stuck with 2 not beloved checks that could have his last progress item. But again, he is almost last location to seed at an hour and 16 minutes.
Which is absurd.
Yeah. It is very fast.
Can we say it now? I think
jet
say it now. This is jet seed.
Oh yeah. When all 3 of our runners had cleared, I guess it makes sense that you can peek these chests even if you can't get them. Oh, maybe you... Interesting. Okay. I did not realize you could peek both of those chests from here.
Peek what chests?
Or the beetle block checks, not the chests.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you had to actually get up to this top area to look at them.
I'm not sure if that's a quick beetle strat or not, but
I don't know that you could collect both of them, but you can see them.
Yeah.
So I think Jasnix is probably going to go to Eldin first. Because no matter what, there's only one thing there.
And yep, he's going to Eldin. And so Kickcut's going to Fire Node. We'll see. Let's see.
Yeah. Shortcut chest is going to ping. I'm waiting for it.
Come on, Fire Node. It's not pinging.
Oh.
Okay, so is this going to be a bomb or is this going to be a sword?
Yeah, KitKat double checking. I think it has to be bombs because I think every location has. I could be wrong, but I think in Skyward Sword Randomizer, every location has to be accessible in a seed. I don't think you can have checks that are fully locked. Now, if CJ's in chat, he might be able to correct me on that. Or one of our other developers. But I think the way Skyward Sword works is it is designed for every check to be accessible rather than to be beatable only.
All right.
So this has to have our bomb bag.
All right, so where's our sword?
It's in Fire Node or Lightning Node. Because those are the only checks that are left, right? We've got...
we also have lower bombable Farron, if that wasn't hinted.
I think that was hinted, because I think in these settings, I'm pretty sure with Cistern and Skyview, you get all of the sometimes hints. I literally looked at this, I'm like 99% sure that you get all 5 sometimes hints with these 2 dungeons.
And yep, there's our bomb bag. We have a full B wheel now.
Just missing the big bug net.
Yeah, but I have a sneaking suspicion that we're not going to get that.
No, not even for the memes. I think Jasnix cares too much about his race time points to do it for the memes. Even though big bug net is the Jasnix item.
It is.
So yeah, I mean, this is...
And yep, we're unsurprisingly getting the dive back to Lanayru.
Yeah. I mean, this is... I'm going to say, like... Something that's nice about these settings is even for a full clear... if you get somewhat nice dungeons, a full clear is not going to take, like, 3 hours. If you have a little experience.
See, if I open up the race time streams, will my PC crash?
Possible. I assume the chest by the party wheel did not ping because Jasnix is skipping it. So
I don't know. Maybe. Probably.
Yeah, he would have gotten it if it didn't. And yeah, he is at 9 locations accessible, 9 locations remaining. Almost all of them are here. Well, Pack, definitely don't spoil us if someone's going to beat Jasnix. But...
yeah, I just pulled up a random assortment of runners that are not on Restream.
What about the spiral charge chest in the sky?
That was Dragon Scale, I think.
Well, there's our third bow.
Very nice.
Lightning Node, or... I'm trying to think what else could have it, but I think it's just lightning node. I'm like trying to think what, because he's down to 3 locations accessible. There's 3 chests in lightning node.
Yep.
So yeah, this is going to be, and for Jaznix, this is going to be an hour and a half full clear.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what happens when you get 2 fast dungeons. And also just everything to clear them within the first, like, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Not every seed on these settings is going to be this kind.
No.
But this chest has to be sword unless Jaznix mispinged something in Skipper's Shack.
Nope, that is go mode.
Yeah. I guess this is maybe slightly faster than 5 warping. I don't know the exact timing, but yeah, Jaznix is probably going to be done with Garrigan 3 and Demise in like 4 minutes or so. If that. I mean, Demise, he will get through very quickly. So yeah, unless someone who's not on the restream is doing very well, which with the runners who are playing is entirely possible. We do have some very fast runners who are racing. But they'll at least be challenging Jaznix for the win.
I think Jaznix is pretty good to go.
Yeah, I mean, there are 3 or 4 people who I could see being close to Jaznix, who are other than like people on the restream.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen. I mean, Gymnast is very, very good at this game. Is in there. Oni has beaten Jaznix a few times recently. But I do think like super fast seeds like this probably just Jaznix plays this game a lot, is very good at it, and you kind of just see he like.
And we're already like losing a large chunk of time because there's no horde.
Yes, which I think is a nice.
This actually can very likely sub 130.
Oh, he's 100%.
Definitely got sub 130. And there's Kickout's last Triforce, so Kickout's just now the last sword from Go mode. Yeah,
so Horde was removed from these settings because this is supposed to be kind of beginner friendly, and Horde
is
it's
not
a very
difficult.
Friendly. Yeah, it's a little easier now that we have heart drops and we're not on double damage. But Jaznix is going to finish before our first break. I think everyone else is going to take the break, and we probably will be interviewing Jaznix through it.
Yeah. Yeah, this has been a really good seed.
Yeah, I think Jaznix is probably going to have like a 127 something. I mean, you just see like it's a very fast phase 2. If you run this on any percent, you do this with the Goddess Sword, which is significantly slower. Because the True Master Sword just does so much more damage.
Yeah.
Like you see, you just need 2 jabs in phase 3.
As opposed to 80%'s 8.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're probably gonna see a very clean demise here.
I wonder if he's gonna do it blindfolded. Probably
don't
not.
know. I would in a race like this, where there's a lot of external factors that can come in play. I would want to mitigate those factors.
Yeah. But yeah, he's just about to finish up. Very fast phase 2 here. And there we go.
That is GG's.
Yep. First place in the race, 127.08.
That is very nice.
Yeah, and I think he's going to come in for an interview. We probably are not going to see anyone else finish in the next 3 minutes, at least on stream, but let me pull Jaznix in. GG's, Jaznix.
Hello. Oh my goodness, I'm stressed out. This is I mean, like, usually I don't get too stressed over weeklies, but when there's so many people,
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
That was let's just say it was a jet seed. That was a jet seed.
Yeah, kinda. The one thing was just that bomb bag kind of was everything
bag.
that seed. Bump up.
But even
that bomb bag was wild.
Even the casino at the end was not that bad, right? Like skippers, you could skip, and so that was a lot of time save.
Yeah. There were specific parts of the seed where the casino like really got rid. Like for me, it was my go mode was pretty much just the bomb bag because I knew immediately where I was going after I got it.
Yeah.
But like that was probably just one of the worst locations you can possibly find bomb bag. So that was wild. But
I mean, we were hoping it was gonna be like in Boca Base or like on Fire Node Shortcut.
I wish, man. My life would have been so much easier if it was in Boca Base, because I already had that done. Like my go mode would have just been Triforce. I would have not even had to get bomb bag. I would have skipped it entirely. But
yeah, I think I joked about having the bomb bag there and locking something in Fire Node, but did not really expect it. And then
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we see KitKat now is about to head up to Volcano Summit, get his bomb bag, and so he's gonna have to go for the break, but we'll be done shortly. We are about to hit the 5-minute break. And
I guess I did avoid that. Aha!
Yeah, you dodged the break.
I got the sub 130, the break skip. Let's go.
Yeah, it very much felt like you just got everything for your dungeons in the first like 20 minutes.
Yeah. Dungeon go mode was very early.
No, yeah, I found because whipping that early and then getting scale, like when you have Beetle, Scale, and Whip, there's nothing really stopping you from clearing both Skyview and Earth AC. It was just that I was really debating doing it because I didn't have a good projectile and I didn't have claw shots, and that just meant I kind of had to do the dungeon slowly. Like I had to go get the rupee and Cistern. I had to go get the slow way because I didn't have claw shots. And then I couldn't really do the fast Coloctos kill because I don't have bombs. So there were parts of the seed where I was kind of just like, I was kind of just being like, all right, I'm just gonna have to. I'll do the dungeons. I'll like get the advantage there, and then I'll just take the time loss I have to like that requires to do them fully because I wasn't about to like skip parts of dungeons.
Yeah. Pac-Man, the break, if it's enabled, everyone has to take it.
And I'm checking streams to see if anybody's not taking their break.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone is, but
I see one who is not.
Well, okay. Yeah, so Alex got his claw shots before he went to Cistern, So he actually did. He was able to use the vine clip, which was pretty cool to see for the first time.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, he so was able to get through a little faster, but I think the layout of items in Cistern made it so claw shots were not as huge as normal. Yeah, I mean the thing with the break rules, it's as long as you take the 5 minutes, you're fine.
Yeah.
So kind of this is the first race we've done it, so I'm trying to explain to the runners. I'm trying to think if there's anything like really weird on the seed, but like I don't know, Betro having a bottle on the 30 chest, which was the Baron blocker, was kind of funny.
Oh yeah, that was annoying. Actually, like, so there were a few things. Like a lot of the reason I kind of went to Summit, then like I had either Fire Node shortcut or Summit, and I was like, you know what, Summit was not hinted Baron, but I already know one of the checks is dead, so like it's a pretty good shot, like because it wasn't hinted Baron, and Village was. Because Village has less checks, so theoretically the game would prioritize Summit over Village. So I was kind of thinking to myself, like, if Summit's not hinted dead, something's probably there. So I kind of just went with that. And then also, like, if Bomb Bag was on Shortcut Chest, then I'm just in, like, when I go do that, I'll already be in Lineru. So, like, both of those things kind of made me do that. But, no, yeah, that is...
Yeah.
Summit, like, in Remless is just the worst region in the game, probably. Like, it's actually, unless you have Fire Sanctuary, there's really no reason to ever go there.
Yeah, I mean, it so often gets hinted Baron, if it is Baron, too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that check's not great. We were trying to figure out, though, like, if that could be the sword or if that had Bomb Bag, and we realized you were last location, and this is just something... Every location has to be accessible in a seed. So once we had seen Shortcut Chest Dows on someone else's stream, I think. Or maybe it was on yours. But once we knew that was dead, it's like, okay, that has to be the Bomb Bag. Yeah. And then Bomb Bag has to lock the final sword.
Yeah.
At least it wasn't like back of Fire Node. Is your final sword?
You know what, though? I would have preferred that, because I went to Fire Node first, so honestly, it would have been fine. But yeah. I don't know. Also, shoutouts to Lineru just having, like, every single bait ping ever. Like, literally nothing that was useful, but you had to do, like, a lot of it, because there's just a lot of bait pings there. For once, Sansi kind of redeemed itself, because I guess he didn't need those earrings. And it had the decency to tell us not to do skippers, so... Not
having skippers, I think, really... Like, we were saying, Sansi is not one of people's favorite areas. I think largely because of skippers.
Yeah.
Alright, so it looks like Hiccups about to get his Bomb Bag.
Yep.
So, yeah,
we're about to see Alex head into Sansi. Space Rock entered Sansi a little earlier, so he's probably going to hit his last location a little ahead of Alex.
Honestly, at first, I thought it was going to come down to Jasnix versus Jim, because they both grabbed the same sword at roughly the same time. But then that was just Jim's master sword, so... not TMS.
Trying to remember.
Yeah, it seems like I actually like look at like, not to just go too much into the other streams, but looking into the other streams, it is funny how many... It's kind of like an even balance between people who have Boko bases at their last region and people who have bombs as their, or the nodes at their last location. It's interesting to see
Yeah.
like the sort of balance there. Because
Yeah,
for me, like
you
I got the sword from Boko Base really early.
Yeah, you could clear a lot of the seed, and you could clear every area outside of Lineru, basically,
Yeah.
before you entered it, other than Summit. So we were saying, like, after there's a little divergence, but basically at the end, everyone converged back in Lineru, and then I don't think we've seen everyone on stream do Boko Base yet. But,
Yeah.
like, I don't know if Space Rock has been there. I'm trying to remember. But yeah, I mean, this is a very fast seed even for these settings, it felt like. So
I've seen faster. I think so one of the things that was interesting about this seed in particular is that this is one of the most linear sort of Remlet seeds I've ever seen, because Remlet seeds are very interesting where like a lot of seeds used to be like you'd have a couple bottlenecks. You'd have like you usually have like one to get out of like the early game, you can do your first couple dungeons, and then you have one in late game that gets you like everything else. Remlets really just has like the only real bottlenecks usually are you find your bombs, you find your claw shots, and you're set for the entire seed. You pretty much don't need anything else. So this is one of the few Remlet seeds I've played that actually had like a clear bottleneck. In this case being Fire Shield Earrings, which really like change the pace of this seed, because there's a lot of Remlet seeds where you'll have one player finishing with like 0 locations, one player finishing with like 50 or like 30 or something. This is one of those seeds you can't really do that, because you needed to do just so much in order to get everywhere you needed to go, especially because of how bad a lot of the locations were. So this is one of those more like interesting Remlet seeds like that.
What'd you think of the Elden double path hint?
Oh, I mean, I didn't think too much of it. I just thought, okay, I'm going Elden.
Yeah.
Like, that was kind of my initial thought. It's like, there's obviously progression's going to be there, so let's just go that first. Usually I'll be thinking, like, alright, I'm either going Farron or Elden. I'll just have to, like, think about it first, and, like, if I get certain items, I'll go to Farron first. Like, if I get, like, mids, I'll always go to Elden first. In this case, it's like, I'm just going Elden.
GG's to J Dude, finishing off stream in second with 138.47.
GG's. Yeah, I think we're gonna have a few more finishers coming up soon.
Yeah, I feel like especially amongst the more veteran runners, I feel like everyone's kind of in the same spot right now.
Yeah.
yeah, KitKat's about to head back and do G3 and Demise, so he'll be done in like 4 minutes. I wouldn't be surprised if Jim is pretty close.
Does he have TMS?
He does.
Okay, so
Kit
that's
does.
yeah.
I think Jim is on his way to go get it. And then, also off stream, we're gonna have another finish from Oni coming soon. Ahead of Kit. I think then Kit is the next finisher after that. Yeah, and then Space Rock, I think he just has to go. I think he was just in Pirates. I think he just has to go to Summit now. Alex.
Yeah, he just death warped out of it.
Yeah, Alex needs to just go to Sansi and do that.
I think Alex actually has to go back to Summit and maybe Boko Base.
So how's it feel, Jasnix, to have 18 runners in an SSR race?
Oh my goodness!
And,
I mean,
you came out on top today.
I mean, just to have 18 runners in an SSR race, it's like back in my day, we'd get like 4 people per weekly. Like, I don't know, me, Kit, Mario Runner, Pac-Man. Like, we'd have those weeklies. Now to see so many people, like, I'm super excited for Remlets because we've just gotten so many new faces showing up.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
I mean,
I think it's going to be a pretty hype tournament when it gets going. I think a lot more people than we realized, which is nice.
Yeah.
I mean
half of the runners in this had not played a Skyward Sword seed like a month ago.
Yeah, no,
or
all
close
the
to
Windmaker
half.
migrants.
And then we had a couple of like returning people come back. Like Adri, we haven't seen him racing in a little while. KitKat has been mainly doing Wind Waker recently. I've seen him Scar. So we got Gymnast, who hasn't done a Skyward Sword rando seed in probably since Tears of the Kingdom came out.
No, yeah, we've gotten a lot of a lot of attention back in the game. It's nice, and also like a seed like this can pass off as like a qualifier seed with how many people played it, and these seeds are it feels really good to come out on top on one of those seeds because if you think about it, like 18 different people were playing. There were 18
also,
different routes, and 18 people could have had
GG's to
better luck
Oni
than you. So
with the time of 141.28.
No, but yeah, like finishing first in the race like this is kind of, it feels different than just like winning a one-on-one because again, like you had the best route of 18 people or you had the best gameplay, and it's like that's just a different feeling than just the one-on-one victory.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I know for qualifiers, people play a little differently. I've watched a lot of OTR.
It's going to be interesting to see.
First out of 18 is, no matter how you slice it, very impressive.
It's going to be interesting to see how the race time points adjust after this race.
There's going to be a lot of difference.
I mean, like we have of everybody who is still in the race, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 runners who do not have a race time score.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, Jibbis is one of them.
Yeah, that's just the quirk of the post season 2 race time reset.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot of the returning runners just don't have any points. Also, again, we have a lot of new faces. Like, this is a lot of people's first weekly too.
Yeah,
so.
I think everybody else is either just like new to Skyward Sword Rando or one of our people coming from Wind Waker.
Yeah.
There are a lot of Wind Waker people. Yeah. So
I was surprised they've got
Tanjo
in the race.
Tanjo is just going for the so he can do the full Zelda Randomizer marathon.
Fair.
I think he's just missing like Zelda 1 and Zelda 2. A few of those. So we'll see if KitKat wants to come in for an interview. He's about to finish up. In the meantime, want to plug again our Ricky of Kokiri-thon happening over on main ZSR. We're going to raid them once this finishes up, raising money to help with our friend and restreamer Ricky of Kokiri, who is fighting cancer right now. And Kid is going to come in for an interview, so I'm going to pull him in once he's ready. I'm trying to think if I have any other questions for Jazz, but I can't think of anything.
I mean, there really is not much to ask about the seed.
Yeah, no, the seed was kind of. I mean, I think
pretty cut and dry.
Yeah.
What'd you think about getting the claw shots after you had already did Ancient Sister? And also,
utter pain, guttural screaming.
GG, Kit.
What's up, Kid?
GG, guys.
That was some seed.
The fuck was that ending? Jesus Christ.
Also, never mind.
Yeah, don't spoil the finishers till we get the message in.
Yeah, I
stream chat.
Yep, I'm saying nothing. But GG's kick out.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy that bomb bag? There's a correct answer to the question.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah, no, that bomb bag was just utter garbage. That was fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I also want to ask Kit, because we saw this when Betro just had a bottle. I think was the funniest reaction you had all seed.
Yeah, that and also what was it? You go through somewhere. Oh yeah, you're trying to go through El Volcano the back way.
Oh my god! Yeah.
You forgot to have bombs.
Yeah. Yeah. That was just like, yep. I'm stupid. That was just a I'm stupid moment, you know. No, yeah, this it's been a hot minute. Well, not really. I people, Jazz, Jim, and Momo and friends have all been getting me back into this game, and I've been doing a few seeds here and there over the past week. but like I haven't really like seriously played this game since like May, so I'm still very much dusting off the rust. But no,
Definitely take some time to get back
So-
into it.
Also, I had no clue where Rupee under lily pad was an ancient system because back in my day that was not a check. So
yeah.
like, yeah. So I saw it was mitts. I'm like shit, like what is this, right?
Well,
And then,
welcome back to Skyward Sword, Rando. We've missed
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, Esme just keeps adding more checks.
Honestly, thank God I remembered that there was a rupee where, like, thank God I remember where that red rupee was in vanilla from 5 hour 80%. Otherwise, I
No
think I would have
bit.
been screwed, but yeah.
Dude,
Oh,
no bit
help.
coming in clutch.
No
Yeah.
bit, yes, well,
Yeah. While you're away doing Wind Waker, there have been some adjustments to SSR.
yeah. No, that's cool, you know. I'm getting back
The
into it.
lily
It's
pad
good.
is after the bokoblin in the basement. It's in that room.
It's in like the room that you like never ever go into.
Yeah.
Alex on stream is getting his True Master Sword, so he should be finished up in a couple minutes. Space Rock still has to go back to Summit, so might be a little while for him.
I think we're gonna have like a big stream of finishers coming soon because I think roughly almost everyone else in the race at this point is in a similar spot of like just all right, who needs the bomb bag, who needs the Boko based sword.
Yeah.
It's
A lot of people.
This very much felt like a seed where you were bottlenecked into that like last like earrings to bomb stuff. I mean, I feel like there's like one person who was able to skip all that and skip like 20 checks, but otherwise, I feel like that's like the path that most people would go on.
No, it got bottlenecked for everyone. I think,
Yeah,
because
makes sense.
because those earrings were very late in logic, and then obviously the bomb bag was super late because it locked all of your last locations.
Makes sense.
So I'm trying to think if I have any other questions for you two. Anything interesting?
I believe Kikai, you also did Ancient Cistern first before going to Floria. What were your thoughts on getting claw shots immediately afterwards?
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, I guess I wasn't too mad because I was at the very least glad that I did that area before Skype. So at least I saved some time in like that aspect. But like, yeah, no, I would have rather had close shots for Ancient Cistern, you know. But that's you know, game beat game sometimes.
I think
and claw shots also let you do the vine clip for that lily pad, which is
correct me if I'm wrong, Golden, but at the beginning of the seed, we had 2 of our restream runners go to Skyview and the other 2 go to Cistern, right? Or was it just Jasnix and Skyview?
No, I think Space Rock also did Skyview first.
Yeah, so we had half of our runners go to Skyview, half our runners go to Ancient Cistern.
But I mean,
Nice.
15 minutes into the seed, they had
All the
20
items they
minutes,
need.
They had everything they needed to clear both dungeons. Like it was one of those seeds where
It was just funny to see
you
a
could do
quirk.
anything.
At one point on Restream, we had 3 Coloctoses on stream at once.
Oh my goodness.
We had Jasnix, Alex, and KitKat all fighting Coloctos at the same time.
We really do
was-
love to see it because we love Coloctos.
Coloctos is great.
Do we love Coloctos? I didn't like him this run. He was not nice.
That's
He was not
because
giving me what I wanted.
Coloctos without bombs is a little slow.
Even then, he was giving me some like really shitty RNG. He just would not attack me a lot of the time.
I think we still love Coloctos.
I'll need to have a talk with him later, but
He'll just call a pause or call a champ at you. I'm gonna see if Alex wants to come in for an interview because he's about to finish up. I'm just trying to think. I mean, I guess KitKat, this is one of your first seeds on these settings. What do you think about them?
They're nice, short and sweet settings. You know, I quite, you know, the length I guess is like pretty good. It's definitely shorter than what I'm used to with this game, but it's you know, it's quite nice. You know, I don't have, you know, many major complaints about the settings themselves. I mean, I naturally am quite a like I do naturally prefer shorter seeds anyway, personally. But that's just personal preference. As for this again settings like specifics themselves, again normally make complaints. Out of all like the different like iterations of race settings, probably one of my more like favorites settings. So my overall reaction to these settings are fairly positive, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean this also I think was for these settings a pretty quick seed, which helps.
I've definitely seen quicker, but yeah, no, it was like the dungeons helped with that.
Oh, and GG's to Adri sniping the 6th place with 150, 152.
Nice.
Yeah. I think we may see a couple finishers coming in kind of next few minutes.
I had a question and I'm forgetting. Oh yeah, what do you think about coming into a race with 17 other people? Good God.
That's quite a few people.
I mean, at the time it wasn't 17 others, but it eventually you're to 17 others.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm no stranger to large races. Wind Waker qualifiers, kind of like, you get used to having like 20 plus people. It is good to see Skyward Sword getting like more people. Like I'm noticing, some names from Wind Waker, even the people like Claire, people like Tanjo, people like Alex. Like these people who I guess just like Blue Sean's another name I recognize. Cine, Momo, just like these people who are from Wind Waker coming over to like Skyward Sword. It's just kind of nice, I guess, seeing a bit of a crossover there. And just in general, it's nice seeing this game get attention. Like 14 or 15-year-old me would have at the sight of a 17-person race in Skyward Sword have been jumping for joy, right? So it's good to see.
Yeah.
Nowadays I'm just like, oh cool, 17 people. I don't know.
Yeah, this is I think by far the biggest solo race we've ever had in
I think
SSR.
It is by like 7 or 8 people.
I think we had like a 12-person weekly one time. I think that beats it by like 5 or something.
There's a 16-person co-op, which was
that was chaotic.
The second
that was
highest.
a co-op.
I remember like the showcase race, like way back in the day, before like the showcase race before season 1. That was like 11 people or something. I don't know. I only remember that race because that was like the first race I properly like won.
Alex is in phase 2, pretty close to finishing. The Skyward Strike is always, for whatever reason, the calibration on it is a pain. It just does not work.
Yeah, and then the final fatal blow, like if you're not like right on it, you're getting another cycle.
Yeah, he got a 3rd cycle here.
Yeah, it's good that he like noticed as well. Like didn't just go for it.
Yeah, it's always like the worst feeling. It's like you're going for it, you're like a little bit late, the debate is like, oh, do you stop your timer then, or do you like think? Because if you stop your timer and you think you hit him but you actually didn't, then that kind of sucks. I've done that a few times. That's always rough.
Yeah, so Alex is in 7th place with a 154.48. Solid time. We're gonna see. He said, like, give him 2 minutes and he'll come in for an interview. So Space Rock is just... Did Space Rock go into Boko Base?
I don't know. I'm not sure if he did.
Yeah, I feel like that might be... He may have last locationed that.
Or maybe
sure.
Potentially mispinged?
No, he's been there because he's on Master Sword, so...
Okay, yeah, nah, we're good.
Yeah, so I'm gonna...
Oh, GG's to Claire for finishing in 155.30. That's not bad. That is one of our Wind Waker people that haven't really done any Skyward Sword, so it's a very nice time.
I've heard Claire's been definitely playing this in the background. I don't know how much she's been playing, but like that's sub 2 at this stage. Like
sub 2 is
definitely not bad. Yeah.
I have yet to sub to a Rebel Seed, to be fairly honest.
Yeah, I would say, I mean, at this point, most of the runners who are left racing are people that have started playing pretty recently. This is like 155 is definitely faster than I would have cleared the seed. I've been playing for a year, so I'm gonna pull Alex in now. GG's, Alex.
Yo, GG's.
I guess I'll just start with the easy question, which is like, overall, what are your thoughts on the seed?
The seed
you
was
played it?
very nice at the start, and then the casino does casino things and ends up with a full clear. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. Get the
Yeah,
true SSR
definitely,
experience
like-
there.
It was a fast seed, but yeah, I think everyone we've seen on stream kind of hit that bottleneck at the end with earrings
GG's
and
to
ball
Pippy,
bag.
finishing with 157.10.
Yeah, I guess wrong with the 50-50 whether to go back to Elton or Linearu first. And Bomb Bag was sitting in Summit, so oh well.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only other place that maybe people last location was Boko Base, but that bomb bag was just not in a great spot.
Yeah.
So it's kind of rough. You're the only one on stream who did Vine Clip. It's
Interesting.
very impressive. Well, only you and Space Rock got the claw shots before you went into.
You know what? That would make sense. Yep. Chose to go Floria first. They were just sitting there, so.
Yeah, and if you ask Jassix or King Hunter, they regret that.
Unfortunate.
uh,
I got a little worried that Bokoblin might have something because I skipped Bokoblin. I also skipped the 5th dig spot because I did dig spot RBM. And so going down to get that 5th dig spot is super slow if you don't have bomb bag, which I didn't until I went to Summit, and then I had to go all the way back down. So
I mean, you could use the hook beetle to get that 5th dig spot as well.
could you? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought about that, but I realized it was pretty slow.
Yeah, you
you
can pick
not?
up the bomb flower near Volcano Ascent and bring it over to that thing to go through there towards the vents.
And I don't think Hook Beetle
That-
has.
That's in logic, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it was definitely something. Yeah, you can also use whip, but I don't think that's a logical trick.
It's definitely not.
Yeah.
No whip shenanigans with bombs are.
Yeah, with that 5th dig spot being a Triforce, it's not fun.
Yep.
Also, I think you were the only one on Restream that did dig spot RBM, so also
Jazzix informed me that it was good to do, so I learned the dig spot RVM and did it. I don't know if he was
And then-
meaning or not, but
Jaznix
I
then
mean-
didn't do it himself.
what
I
the
was
heck,
not,
Jazzix?
I was not meaning it was a good idea.
Okay.
But I mean, hey, to be fair, if you're gonna do it in a seed where you have 2 Elden Paths. Because this actually is a seed
That's
where
true.
it can be useful. Like if that was scale, then like alright, GG's, you win. It's just over then.
Flashbacks
So,
to the weekly like 6 months ago. There was scale and then 3-hour seed in the last location, Delameth Bosky, but I'm getting ahead of myself. I think we're all
We've asked everyone else, what are your thoughts kind of on the settings overall?
I would say these settings tend to be a lot more casino-y than I would like, but I think that's kind of unavoidable with 2DRM and turning Petro down to 30. Because you end up in a casino with a lot of bait things, and that's just, I don't know. I feel like it could be improved, maybe bumping Petro up to 40 or something. I get the idea, you don't want to force runners to get loose crystals most of the time, but just all the loose crystals just hurts one after another, so.
there
Just my
actually is a proposed idea of starting with 20 crystals and then going up to 50. So it's the same thing as the current things. You need 30 crystals, but you just kill 4 crystal packs from the pool.
I'd be in favor of that, yeah. That would make the Barons a lot better too. So you don't
Yeah.
end up with just Baron blocking crystals.
And you also get like the sometimes just very useless hints. It's like, oh no, caves is tinted barren. Oh no.
Yeah, I'll do
The
two
hints just
checks, and one of which
garbage.
I have to run past.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be in favor of that.
Yeah, there are some like little tweaks that are being discussed, some things to the hint as well. Nothing major that I'm aware of, but Space Rock having a little trouble. I'm telling you, this Phase 2 Demise, the Skyward Strike, your Wiimote just never likes you during this.
True.
I feel like it's the same way.
For Space Rock.
GG.
I feel like it's kind of like the same way with like the spin attacks if you're doing the fast demise strats. Spin attacks just never seem to land the same.
So Space Rock's going to come in for an interview as well. I'm going to pull him in. GG's.
GG's.
Hey, GG's. Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm having audio issues.
Well, while you're fixing that, I want to just give a quick shout out again and thanks to both of our trackers, Cube David and Jade Minabu. I think they've both had to run, but we definitely could not have put 4 people on Restream without them. So thank you to both of them. Trying to think if I have any other questions for Jaznix or KitKat or Alex at this point. I'm also forgetting a lot of the seed already.
Okay,
It's like
sorry.
the curse of the commentator.
Oh no! Honestly, I do it as well. I will have ran an entire seed. I'm gone. Yeah, I don't remember 80% of that.
Yeah, I'm good now. Just so you know.
Okay. GG's.
GG's.
Curious for your thoughts on the seed. Obviously, the end was kind of rough.
Waterfall, yeah, terrible. I was like, there's no way. Like, just, I don't know. I thought I was doing myself a favor by, I had a decent amount of checks in Elden, a lot of checks in Lanayru, but I didn't want to have to double dip Lanayru, so I thought I'd clear Elden first, and I thought it worked out when I found the Triforce and Sword. And then, just that one sword, and then I got the earrings, and I was like, there's no way. The one check, but there was a way, so...
Yeah, that happens sometimes. This is just I think Jaznix was talking about this. There's not always the bottleneck, but here there really was that bottleneck right at the very end of the seed to get that final sword. Which, like, the beginning of the seed was super open, and you had everything to get all of your required dungeons so early on.
Yeah, by 1 hour I was done with both dungeons.
Yeah.
And this is probably that was the most bottleneck ending I've seen in Remlets yet, definitely. Like, by a long shot.
Yeah, I suspect almost everyone went down to their last location or close to it. It was just one of those seeds where I think that's where it was pushing you. So
Yeah, I mean, I just had one location remaining. I was like the one bomb check in Farron. So yeah, it was basically a full clear for me.
Was that lower or upper?
It was the one that wasn't. It was the one that wasn't hinted.
Oh, okay. Okay, I did ping that, and it was.
I think it was upper, but
yeah, the bomb chest near Erla.
Yeah,
I swear that pinged nothing.
I didn't even. Okay,
yeah,
I didn't even. I didn't even douse it. Which is more.
Oh, okay.
That was. Yeah. So I didn't full clear, but that was more of a skill issue, to be honest.
Trying to think firework. I don't have any other questions for our runners. Can you think of anything?
I don't either. Overall, good seed.
Yeah, it was very nice.
Very fun, very fun.
Well, I mean, I've definitely seen worse seeds, so this, the ending was kind of trash. But hey, I'm just glad that the whole seed wasn't trash.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
very
that's
kind
pretty
seed
much
to
how I
start with, just a little kick of evilness towards the end.
Yeah, yeah. So not horrible. I've seen worse.
Everyone in the race time chat was dreading the dungeons beforehand, so I think that was really the two of the faster dungeons. I think
Yeah.
made it relatively.
Yeah, that was really
tame.
nice.
With really early path satisfaction. Satisfaction.
I doubt anyone's too mad about those dungeons. Yeah.
Satisfaction.
No, not really. I was nervous because I felt like I was going slow in Skyview because no projectile, besides Beetle, and I felt like the restream, while I was in Skyview was just a long it's like a Beetle pilot simulator, for a while. So sorry about that. But then Slingshot was in one of the vents, so that was interesting.
Yeah, I think Slingshot was our only not Beetle locked projectile.
Also, shout out to Fledge and Golo having both nets. That was funny.
That Slingshot was beetle locked because you need a projectile to get into Skyview.
Yeah.
So yeah, the beetle path, we don't see that very often, but every projectile I think was locked behind that first beetle. Well, I think then we are going to wrap up and we're going to go raid over to main ZSR. But thank you to all four of you for being on the restream today. Thank you to Firework for commentating as well. And thanks again to Jade and Cube David. Again, ZSR, we are raising money for our friend Ricky of Kokiri, who's fighting cancer. So please stay tuned and stick around there. And we'll have a Skyward Sword weekly race same time next week. So thanks everyone for watching and have a good Saturday night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you
Have a
guys.
good
See
one.
you.
Bye bye.